Now, folks, the world has been through a lot in the past couple of years, but being challenge ready is a part of the Tata Motors credo. Far from being intimidated by challenges, the company has invested its time in exploring new grounds and innovating its product line. The result of all this is that today, industry pioneer Tata Motors is poised to deliver new opportunities for India's intra-city and last-mile industry, to flag off its new journey of growth. So get ready, folks, to unbox this complete new package of sustainability, progress, and growth. Get ready for Future DeliEVered. Yes, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. But the question is, how do we get started on a journey of excellence? The formula is attitude plus commitment equals excellence, or ACE in short. In going from strength to strength, Tata Motors has had an ace up its sleeve. Tata Motors' quest to innovate in the last-mile cargo segment led it to think afresh. And what we saw was the creation of a new segment, an economical four-wheel cargo vehicle for intra-city transportation. Since then, Tata Motors Ace has traveled past unparalleled milestone in its journey from success to success. Let us take a look at the legacy of Tata Ace and the milestones it has achieved over the years on the big screen.
Every once in a while, there comes a brand that actually lives up to its name. The Tata Ace, the vehicle that revolutionized the cargo transport sector in 2005.
Once again, Tata Motors has gone beyond the envelope and developed a vehicle which is a first in the country. It's occasions like this which make me, as chairman of the company, very proud. Proud because we have a company that can undertake to do things from the ground up, and we're not afraid to do something that hasn't been done before.
Engineered by the best minds of the country, India's first mini truck earned the nickname Chota Hathi. It aced on-time deliveries for fresh produce, e-commerce products and raw materials, to name a few, and wowed the industry experts too. It broke records in 2012 with 2 million units sold. It aced it in popularity. With a Tata Ace sold every 3 minutes and trusted by more than 23 lakh entrepreneurs, it truly aced it in demand and is now ready to ace the future.
There in brief, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a glimpse of the magnificent legacy of the Tata Ace. But now it's time to look ahead. Now India is changing, and as e-commerce grows by leaps and bounds, last mile delivery is becoming more and more of a game changer. With over 70% market share, Tata Ace plays a key role in India's e-commerce delivery network. Research estimates suggest that India's last mile delivery market could potentially touch a market size of 6 to 7 billion by year ending 2024. To get a better picture of the road ahead, let's once again have a look at the AV screen.
The world of e-commerce has transformed lives, from offline to online, shopping carts to add to cart. E-com became a multi-billion-dollar industry. There was nothing India couldn't buy at the click of a button. Consumers were buying, but who would deliver? The Tata Ace mini truck, India's Chota Hathi. The Tata Ace delivered not just goods, but convenience, customer satisfaction and joy. Today, the Tata Ace dominates the last mile deliveries. And it is now set to deliver the future.
Tata Ace Diesel is one of the most popular small commercial vehicles in the last mile delivery fleet. And our delivery partners choose them for their reliability, efficiency, and the wide network of service centers present across the country.
Flipkart connects lakhs of sellers with millions of customers across the country through our pan-India tech-enabled supply chain, which we also refer as wheels of economy engine. Tata Ace has been crucial in the last mile journey of deliveries.
Well, the AV said it all, didn't it? Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing that I would like to add on to that is, before you take the first step, plan out the last mile. Now, let us listen to this very special video message from Mr. N. Chandrasekaran, Chairman, Tata Sons, before we have the privilege of actually hearing from him in person as he is gracing this occasion today.
Greetings and welcome you all. E-mobility is an idea whose time has come. And at Tata Motors, we are moving with agility and scale to lead this change in passenger cars, commercial vehicles, and in Jaguar Land Rover. I'm delighted today that with the launch of Ace EV, we are entering a new era in the e-cargo mobility. As you know, Tata Ace is India's most successful commercial vehicle ever. It revolutionized transportation and created millions of successful entrepreneurs over the years. The new Ace EV will further build on this legacy by providing a technologically advanced, clean and smart mobility solution. The Tata Group companies have come together to enable an entire EV ecosystem, Tata Universe, which is aimed at delivering a superior EV experience to all our customers. I'm truly excited to witness this milestone in the journey of electrification of commercial vehicles.
We will keep those claps going, ladies and gentlemen, because joining us now, the man who has led and inspired Tata Motors on its way and path to sustainable growth. It is my honor to invite on stage Mr. N. Chandrasekaran, Chairman, Tata Sons. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute delight to be here with you all today at the launch of Tata Ace EV. It is a historic moment indeed. Sustainable mobility is an imperative as well as a trend that is irreversible, and it is a global mega trend. At the Tata Group, at Tata Motors in particular, we have embraced this fully and made a business model that integrates sustainability as one of the key pillars. Whether it is in passenger cars or commercial vehicles or in Jaguar Land Rover, we are committed to make this transition and are accelerating it every day. Tata Motors has already made significant progress in its electrification journey. We already have launched several models in the electric car segment and are leading this movement in the passenger cars. And the commercial vehicles, we have successfully launched electric buses and we are seeing huge acceptance and pickup in that segment. Now, today marks the day where we are moving into e-cargo mobility with electric vehicles. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to several leading companies who are in the e-commerce segment and who have partnered with us over the last several months, giving inputs, and that has helped us to create the first vehicle, the electric Ace EV we are launching today. As you know, Tata Ace is not just any other truck. It is a forerunner. It is a category creator and a beacon of hope for many entrepreneurs and millions across India. By introducing the Ace EV, we are renewing our commitment to bring the benefits of electrification to all these entrepreneurs across the country. And I am deeply encouraged with the interest that it has created, but I am looking forward to a future where we will all work together to make this solution not only rolled out as a sustainable solution that protects the environment, but also a solution that adds value to everyone in the chain, to the customers, to the entrepreneurs, and to the end consumer. And we want to continue to engage and build e-cargo solutions not only in the Ace platform, but in other categories as per what is required to serve the market across the country. Thank you all for joining us today, and I look forward to another big movement in the e-cargo segment as we at Tata Motors press on with agility and speed in the sustainable mobility space. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words continue to be a source of inspiration for all of us. Once again, a round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Now, powering the Tata Motors foray into the EV segment today is an ever-expanding ecosystem. It is called the Tata Universe, and it envisages an ecosystem of interlinked products and services from multiple Tata Group companies for a more sustainable future. To know more about it, let us watch this video on One Tata Universe. What a great effort that is from not one, but multiple leading Tata Group enterprises. May this Tata universe grow unceasingly. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome on stage a person who has been a key enabler of the Tata Ace 5 success story. He is the one who has led from the front and ensured the journey of Ace moving from milestone to milestone while overcoming every challenge or obstacle. It is my honor to invite on stage the Executive Director, Tata Motors, Mr. Girish Wagh, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to all the distinguished guests. I'm delighted to have you with us today to mark a new beginning within the commercial vehicle business of Tata Motors. In today's post-pandemic world, there is an accelerated shift towards sustainability, which is driving us towards a green recovery. This fundamental change represents an opportunity to reset the agenda for future, which is in fact the inspiration behind today's theme, that is Future DeliEVered. It is evident that accelerated electrification in both passenger and cargo transportation is pivotal for shift towards sustainable mobility, and we are committed to facilitate this transition. The electrification journey at Tata Motors commercial vehicles started with intra-city public transport, encouraged by the government's push via the FAME initiatives. Today, Tata Motors has more than 645 electric buses running across 9 countries with more than 34 million kilometers covered cumulatively. Through a unique own and operate model, we have consistently delivered more than 95% uptime and a favorable operating cost structure for the state transport undertakings, along with a superior travel experience for the commuters. The recent CSL tender is a landmark opportunity to further strengthen our partnership with the state transport undertakings. Logistics. Logistics is the backbone of our economy. Growing urbanization, digitalization, and infrastructure growth together are transforming India's logistics sector rapidly. E-commerce is booming, and the demand for last-mile distribution of goods is expanding significantly. This represents the next big opportunity for customized EV solutions. Today, we are beginning a new chapter within the small commercial vehicle segment, reinforcing our commitment to the Shunya campaign of Niti Aayog. This marks a significant milestone as the Tata Ace, our much-loved Chota Hathi, is about to become India's first commercially launched four-wheeled small commercial electric vehicle. You would have seen in the introductory video, exactly 17 years ago, on this very day of 5th May, the last mile goods transportation was revolutionized with the launch of Tata Ace. Since its launch in 2005, Ace has been a consistent winner with strong endorsement from more than 2 million proud owners. I think it couldn't be more apt than for the Ace EV to trigger the next zero-emission transition in India's cargo segment. Ace is already a vehicle of choice in the last-mile e-commerce application with more than 70% penetration. We collaborated with leading e-commerce players and the logistics service providers to understand their expectations of on-time and safe delivery, lower operating cost, and of course, sustainability. Ace EV has been co-developed with our customers to fit perfectly into their operating model. The launch today is not just of a vehicle, but also of a complete EV ecosystem solution aimed at addressing all the EV adoption barriers. With 50% more driving range compared to existing EV options, both fast and slow charging capability, the Ace EV is an ideal choice for intra-city goods transport. Powered by the all-new Evogen platform, Ace EV has undergone extensive validation across various duty cycles to deliver superior performance and safety in operations. Not only this, but our new-gen connected vehicle platform, the Fleet Edge, enables real-time connectivity with live monitoring of battery and vehicle health. So, with a holistic ecosystem solution that also includes a dedicated EV support center, as well as charging and financing solutions, we will offer maximum vehicle runtime, increasing the earning potential for every Ace EV owner. Before concluding, I would like to thank our e-commerce customers and their logistics service providers who have actively supported us in this journey. Many thanks to all our suppliers and channel partners for their valuable inputs and support. I can't end without calling out Team Electra, Tata Group companies, and the Tata Motors team for their tremendous contribution during this journey. I truly believe that the best time for new beginning is now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for those lovely words. And the next time you see him on this very stage, I got a feeling he's going to electrify this very stage. But talking more about Tata Motors, since its founding over 150 years ago, this group has unceasingly served as a custodian of public good. It continues to tread on the path of sustainable growth, encouraging businesses to serve the communities in which they operate and society at large. To understand more, let us see this small film on sustainability.
Today, we are facing a massive global challenge of climate change. Right now, we are poised at a moment in time when our environment, that is climate, nature, and natural resources, are undergoing a change like never before, and it needs urgent attention. Our response to this challenge will define how we grow and prosper as a business while ensuring the natural world will sustain and flourish. The only way to achieve this critical balance is to aim for sustainable, profitable growth, which is enduring and continuing growth. Inspired by the strong commitment from the government and Tata Group, we at Tata Motors are making every effort to reduce the impact of our business actions on the environment. We have made significant progress in reducing the carbon footprint in our plant operations, as well as are rapidly transitioning towards renewable energy sources. Fully recognizing the impact of vehicular emissions, we are accelerating our efforts to develop and introduce zero-emission electric vehicles across the segments through well-coordinated product and ecosystem actions.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all the great work Tata Motors has been doing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for that delightful moment. We all know of the excitement, the thrill that we get when we're delivered a package. Today, Tata Motors has delivered a very special package indeed. And it is the delight of the whole industry to receive it. Now, if what is the one thing that is even more exciting than receiving a parcel? It is the unboxing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you got it right, because the moment that we all have been waiting for is here. Make no mistake, this is the biggest unboxing of the year, we are about to proceed with the unboxing of the promise delivered by Tata Motors Limited. Settle down. The excitement begins. The countdown begins right here.
Welcome on Tata Ace Electric.
All set for a new movement in India's intra-city and last-mile delivery segment. An electrifying new journey begins from here. Today, a journey that will set us miles ahead in the quest for sustainable business. You can take the lens caps off, all the cameramen. Please make your way out here. It's time for the photo op. Click away, people. Feast your eyes on the Tata Ace, right here on this very stage for the first time. Please also take note that we have also opened display area. The display area is in fact at the rear. An EV service center, a fleet edge command center showcasing the entire support system for your vehicle. All right, the pictures are going to continue, as I also request now the Tata Motors Executive Committee and some key members to also join us on this very stage. We can be generous with those claps, ladies and gentlemen. It's a landmark moment. For the first time, climbing the ladder of success, Tata Motors, as always, living up to the 150-year-old legacy. And here they are. We welcome the members from the ExCom and, of course, special members of Tata Motors on this very stage. Look away, sir. Look in the front. All smiles. There you go. The entire team up on stage. Yes, sir, we were missing you. Glad you made it. Keep those smiles going. Keep those clicks going, guys. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those lovely pictures. Now, request you to stay on stage, sir. Chairman stayed on stage as well. Thank you to all the ExCom members who've been here with us. Chairman Emeritus Mr. Ratan Tata had once said, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. Today, as the journey of Ace EV begins, Tata Motors will continue to walk together with its key business partners. Now, these partners are leaders from the e-commerce industry and they share the Tata vision of sustainable business and growth for all. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence with the signing of the MOUs. Let us welcome the reps from these leading e-commerce players to begin the MOU signing. Some key members we're going to call up on this very stage. First of all, Mr. Akhil Saxena, Senior Vice President and Head Operations, Amazon, APAC, MENA, LATAM. Round of applause. Mr. Hemant Badri, Senior Vice President and Head, SCM, Flipkart, Myntra, B2B Wholesale. Mr. KB Nagaraju, Chief Customer Experience Officer, Big Basket. Mr. Vikash Mishra, Founder and CEO, Moving. Mr. Vineet J. Mehra, Chairman and CEO, Dot. Mr. Pushkar Singh, CEO and Director, Let's Transport. Mr. R. Jayakumar, Chairman, CityLink Logistics. And lastly, Mr. Abhishek Dabas, COO, Yellow EV. Round of applause for all these leaders in the e-commerce segment. And what a landmark occasion, they're being handed these iPads. We're going to get their digital signatures on it. So we have them all here on stage. Each one on the stage is a stakeholder in the journey of Ace EV. This is a historical moment, ladies and gentlemen. The photo opportunity beckons. Of course, we're handing over the signing of the MOU. Everybody has it? We will sign this together at the same time. Right? All right, here we go. This is it, the signing of the MOU right here on this stage. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And requesting everybody now, we have to have a photo op with this. Please requesting all of you to come out here next to this wonderful vehicle. Please come here. We'll take a photo op. Requesting you all to please come this side. Come this side. Mr. Wag, sir, please. We'll form a semicircle, a nice semicircle out here so you all can be seen. Half of you this side, half of you that side. We can have a few more of you this side. A few more of you this side. That's it. All right, photographers, get ready. Click away. Thank you so much. Round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman, sir, just want to ask you, now that the MOUs have been signed, we're just curious to know that the orders, how many orders have been booked for you, sir?
Okay. So I'm pleased to inform all of you that the signs that we had just now, if we put together the order quantity of all the MOUs, it's almost 39,000. So 39,000 Ace EVs. On this occasion, I would request the chairman to say a few words.
I think I would just say that it is delighted to see all these leading companies working with Tata Motors to drive this journey and especially happy that at the very launch, we are able to get a strong acceptance towards the e-cargo vehicle that we have launched. I know the opportunity is huge. At the same time, together we need to address whatever is required in order that the solution for the end customer, whether it is in terms of mileage, whether it is in terms of charging, whether it is in terms of financing, all of those things, we will have to continue to make it more and more attractive so that we can make a huge headway in this transition. I would like to congratulate Girish Wagh and the entire team that worked on this project to bring it to the market in a very nice, attractive manner.
Well, a big thank you, sincere thanks to the chairman, Mr. Wagh, and of course to all the distinguished e-commerce members on stage. Thank you so much for being out here. Round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. You can take your seats. Thank you so much. Well, here is the Ace on this very stage. I'm sure you have loads and loads of questions to ask, and we're here to answer all of them. We now proceed with the Q&A section, and to take this forward, I would like to invite on stage the Head of Corporate Communications, Tata Motors. Round of applause for Mr. Sudeep Bhalla.
Thank you very much, Samir, for keeping the session electric, energized, and fully charged, as demands the occasion. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure our friends from the media who have joined us from all parts of the country and some from even overseas have several questions to ask. So as we begin the Q&A session, let me quickly tell you how we are going to conduct it. Friends who have joined us virtually, you will see a Q&A tab on your screens. Please do type in your questions and also add in your name and publication while posting your questions. Friends from the media who are already here at the venue, you will see a link on the screens on which you need to log in and type in your questions. I would request you to submit one question at a time such that we can take questions from as many journalists as possible. And as we wait for the questions to come in, here's a short video that provides a glimpse about the making of the brilliant Ace EV. Can we have the video, please?
Tata Motors' commercial vehicle business is fully committed to a sustainable future and is aligned with the net zero ambition set by the Government of India. With a successful play in electric buses, we are now introducing the new generation Ace EV, which marks a paradigm shift towards greener intracity transportation. With zero-emission capability and sizable total cost of ownership benefit, Tata Ace EV represents an unique opportunity for our consumers. With Ace EV, we are not just launching a product, but a comprehensive EV ecosystem which would enable on-time, efficient, and green delivery to the end consumer. I am confident this is a win-win-win model for the vehicle owner, the e-commerce company, and the community at large.
We brought together the best of two worlds. The iconic Ace platform, delivering highest standard of performance and reliability, and combined that with an innovative electric powertrain technology. I am delighted to bring to you EvoGen, that cutting-edge powertrain technology which will propel our electric vehicle portfolio.
Tata Ace EV is designed and developed specially keeping in mind India-specific conditions of higher operating temperatures, demanding duty cycles and TCO focus. Its liquid-cooled, lithium-ion based battery technology is completely stable.
ACV complements with a wide range of applications, including e-commerce containers, waste management solutions, and equipped with many innovative and intelligent technologies on our well-proven small commercial platform. This product has been designed considering various duty cycles, use cases, and in-market applications. ACV comes with a unique low-weight container design, specially useful for e-commerce applications. Vehicle is designed with a robust digital and physical validation processes and passed various rigorous duty cycle validation covering various terrains and specific market applications. This ensured a robust product which meets all requirements of functional, safety, as well as reliability.
ACV brings to life a business ecosystem. Our deeper engagement with customers, financiers, and channel partners has helped us to map their key requirements and develop a comprehensive solution. One of the offerings in this bouquet is the fleet management solution to maximize the vehicle runtime. Another is the dedicated EV support center network, which will provide on-site assistance. To enhance accessibility, we are also bringing customized financing solutions. Tata Ace EV is a compelling zero-emission mobility solution for our customers, which can completely transform the intra-city logistics landscape.
Friends, we have just witnessed a legend in the making. Your questions have started streaming in, and as we curate and sequence them, I invite back on stage our Honorable Chairman, Mr. Chandrasekaran, Executive Director, Tata Motors, Mr. Girish Wagh, and our President and CTO, Mr. Rajendra Petkar. And as they walk up to the stage, let's hear our customers, partners, and co-developers talk about the promise of clean and green deliveries that the Ace EV will instigate. Can we have the video, please?
Shipment Zero is our goal to deliver 50% of Amazon shipment with net zero carbon by 2030. Tata Motors are leading the adoption of electric vehicles across segments today and have several models that suit the various requirements of different customers across both commercial and passenger vehicles. We believe that Tata Motors will be one of our key partners towards our goal of electrifying mobility and will help in building a green supply chain. I look forward to a strong partnership with Tata Motors.
Sustainability is a key factor and is built into all our fulfillment processes and infrastructure at Big Basket. Now, electric vehicles are therefore an important part of our fulfillment strategies. Tata Motors is offering the highest uptime guarantee through its electric vehicle support center with a telematic solution, and which will be able to actually monitor a range of parameters like state of charge, battery discharging rate, range available, etc. Tata Motors will offer a lot of support to the logistic players with access to finance, which has also been a major issue for adoption of EVs over the last few years.
As the country moves forward in the EV journey, the introduction of Tata Ace EV will further strengthen the collective effort needed for the electrification of last mile.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready with the questions as well. Our spokespersons are all here, so let's fire right away. Chairman, sir, the first question is for you. Tatas have been at the forefront in spearheading e-mobility in India. How do you see electrification taking shape in the commercial vehicle space, and what are your aspirations in it?
The sustainable mobility is a trend that is irreversible. And it has to happen in passenger mobility as well as commercial vehicles. And today, we have made a beginning with the e-cargo with Ace, but I expect the momentum to pick up because it will not only be the Ace solution, there will be other platforms that will be required as per the demand and requirement from the market. We think it is a huge opportunity and a huge need at the same time. So at Tata Motors, we are totally committed to lead this movement, and it will require us to work with all customers and companies to craft the right solution so that we can achieve the scale that is required in order to make a huge impact on the carbon emission and also make this as the new norm. And that's what we are working towards.
Thank you very much, sir. Girish, the next question is for you. What is the price of the ACV?
So Sudeep, we are going to announce the price when we start the actual deliveries towards next quarter. But I would like to add that I think we spoke with the e-commerce guys, not just before this meeting, but we've been engaging with them over almost last 1 year. I think our focus has been to provide a solution that reduces the total cost of ownership. The life cycle cost and therefore total cost of ownership is what we work towards. And whatever data we have collected in their operating conditions, we are confident that we will be able to beat the total cost of ownership of an equivalent diesel vehicle.
That's very encouraging, and I'm sure will drive greater adoption. Rajendra, next question for you. There have been instances of fires in EVs, especially the two-wheelers. What precautions are being taken, and how do you ensure that the ACV remains safe throughout?
Yeah, thank you, Sudeep. Product safety is critically important to us in Tata Motors. And if we trace back the history of Tata Motors ever since we started to make the vehicles, I think the safety is at the forefront, and we have a legacy to build a safe and the reliable vehicles. Now coming to as far as the Ace EV is concerned, it has number of technological features. While I don't want to give the complete listing here, but I think suffice to say, it comes with the LFP, which is lithium iron phosphate battery technology, cell chemistry, which is thermally very stable, very reliable, and especially works in the Indian climatic conditions. It comes with the liquid-cooled battery pack. It has intelligent, advanced the battery management system. It also has the number of features in the event that if there is any incidents like the vehicle crash or there is any sort of impact, then there is an automatic system by which the battery gets cut off. And not to mention, there are a host of the requirement which basically come as a part of a requirement to certify or homologate the vehicle. And those basically relate to like overcharge protection, over discharge protection, and so many of them which are there. And beside this, the technological interventions which have been there, the vehicle has been subjected to all kinds of the testing and the validation, whether it's durability, whether it's water weathering test. The entire battery pack itself is IP67 protected, thereby it is completely sealed and immune from any ingress of dust, dirt, and the water. So I would say that lots of safety features here. And but the incidences, I think what Sudeep you mentioned, they are basically related to the two-wheelers where they use the NMC kind of a technology. I think a lot also goes in terms of how you engineer the product. So therefore, right from the design stage as to how you select the components, how you select the technologies, how you do the system integration, and how you validate the product. I think this is something that we have been placing great attention as far as our electric vehicle portfolio is concerned, and the Ace EV is not an exception to that.
Thank you so much. I am sure all of us are very assured to learn that it's indeed extremely safe. Girish, a couple of questions your way. How did you arrive at the range capability of the 150 kilometers that we are talking about currently? Is the platform capable of more? And more importantly, just like PV, can we expect Gen 2 and Gen 3 on the commercial front as well?
So, as I said, we spent a good amount of time with the end customers to understand what is their requirement. And today, if we see the intra-city transportation, and within that, specifically for the e-commerce players, we were able to analyze that more than 90% of the cases are addressed with a range of 100 kilometers. We also looked at the current electric vehicle solutions which were being used in this e-com sector, and they were having a operating range of 50 to 60 kilometers. After looking at this, we arrived at a range of 150 kilometers, which should very well suffice the requirement for intra-city distribution. In addition to that, what differentiates this vehicle from the current solutions is the fast charging capability with which during the day, I mean, you charge it just for 30-45 minutes and you get additional kilometers to do more trips during the day. So since the vehicle is already tested in the current operating conditions, I think we are quite confident this requirement will meet most of the closed loop point-to-point transportation requirements in intra-city environment.
Thanks, Girish. Rajendra, next question for you. On the commercial vehicles, you're operating both on the battery electric vehicles as well as testing hydrogen fuel cells. How do you see this journey panning out? What do you think will be the way forward with both these technologies?
Yeah, both the battery electric vehicle as well as the hydrogen fuel cell, both are basically the zero-emission technologies. And therefore, in the pursuit for the net zero and the carbon neutrality, both have their own role to play. Having said that, from my point of view, both are absolutely complementary technologies. They are not like a competing technologies. There are certain vehicle categories which will go well as far as the battery electric vehicle technology is concerned. Specifically talking here is about two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler passenger cars and SUVs. And when it comes to the commercial vehicle, especially the medium and the long-range haulage purpose applications, that's where the fuel cell vehicles are more suitable for the reason that they don't have to carry the dead weight of the batteries, and also the filling time for the hydrogen in the fuel cell vehicle is much lower against the charging time that would be required for the heavy commercial vehicle. So both have their own place in terms of achieving the ultimate goal of a carbon neutrality.
Thanks, Rajendra. The next questions, we've actually received quite a few of them, and these pertain to a lot of numbers crunching in terms of what's the investments, what's the guidance, what's the capex, etc. And considering we're in the silent period, pending our results announcement next week, we are unable to take them, and we'll have to come answer them only next week onwards. So please do bear with us till then. Chairman, sir, this one is for you, and a very interesting question. You have often talked about the whole ecosystem and the Tata universe which has gone into making it, the electric vehicle revolution possible. But the Tata Group companies are also equally, possibly one of the large customer sets for the electric vehicles. How do you see that side of the demand journey panning out?
I think the whole movement and shift, rather pivoting towards electric mobility, happened in 2018, and when we first produced the first Tigor EV in a matter of months, and the whole thing couldn't have happened but for coming together of all the group companies. All of them, whether it is Tata Power or whether it is Tata Chemicals or Technologies or Auto Components or many other companies, 7, 8 of the companies participated to be able to come together and launch our first vehicle, and since then there has been a lot of dialogue and a lot of working together between these companies. So I really feel that the more we leverage, the faster we can be. And we've integrated our insurance companies, finance companies, and also now outside some of our customers who will also join this ecosystem. And I think that this is going to give it a big push, and we can definitely accelerate faster.
Thank you very much, sir. Rajendra, next question for you. There's a lot of talk going about battery swapping these days. What will be your strategy for Ace and other models?
Yeah, so battery swapping is currently, I would say, at a very nascent stage, not just in India, but also outside India. And recently, Niti Aayog, they have published draft battery swapping policy. And the focus there seems to be on the 2- and 3-wheeler vehicles, for the reason that these are the small vehicles, and the battery packaging there is actually amenable for a swapping kind of an activity. Having said that, if you have to go for a battery swapping, and eventually there would be a penetration of that activity that would happen in the time to come, but then there has to be a great focus in terms of the standardization of the battery pack, standardization of the connectors, the standardization of the BMS protocols, and so many things. So that is something which is currently happening. And, but right now the focus seems to be on the 2- and 3-wheelers. As far as the 4-wheeler vehicles are concerned, I think it's going to take some time. And eventually we have to see, it is not just about how the vehicles are built or enabled for the battery swapping, but also about the ecosystem of the battery swapping stations, which need to be there, all over the place. So therefore, this is the area which is to be watched for, and we are actually taking very keen interest and participating in all those committee meetings which are being called by the Government of India.
Thank you so much, Rajendra. Girish, next one for you. Do you also plan to take the EVs in international markets, considering you have a rich presence in several of them?
Yes, Sudeep. See, we already have good traction coming in from the markets we play, the international markets we play for the electric buses, right? So we got some interest coming from SAARC countries, we got some interest coming in from Africa. So there's good interest which is coming in from these countries for buses, electric buses that we have. In addition to that, as far as this vehicle is concerned, the Ace EV for last mile distribution, when we were discussing with the e-commerce players, most of them are international players, and they've been also talking with us about deploying this model, once proven here, deploying this model in other countries. So I think we are certainly looking at international markets where we're playing today, and also it should help us to actually enter some of the markets with this disruptive product.
Thanks, Girish. I'm going to take the last couple of questions because I know we are kind of nearing end time. And both of them are to you. One is about, are there any special offers for fleet operators who might be interested in upgrading their fleets with the Ace EV? And the second one is to do with how is it that with the Ace EV, when is the retail launch of Ace EV planned, and how will that be marketed? Will it have a separate distribution system?
Okay, on the first one, I think this kind of a product to be established in the market will need a very, very comprehensive support system. And therefore, you would have seen today, it's not launch of a product, but it's a launch of a complete support solution. And the offering which is going to come for the fleet owners is actually this support system, support center, which will ensure the maximum uptime and runtime of the vehicle, and therefore maximum revenue for the fleet owners. So we are looking at offering for the customers over the life cycle and not looking at only the first one. So that was the first question. Sudeep, can you repeat the second question?
Second was about, are you looking at a separate channel for distributing this? And would the fleet, anybody who's interested in upgrading their fleet, is there a special offer or a incentive for them?
So the answer is yes and no. No, because you would have seen that we have 60 of our key dealers also here who are going to
start distribution and supporting these vehicles. So they will continue to be our channel partners, number one. Number two, yes, because we are going to have a separate setup in these dealerships, especially for the support center, because the expectations of the customers from this vehicle are different. So from that perspective, we will leverage our current channel, and I can see a lot of smiling faces. But yes, they are our strength. We will leverage that strength, but create a separate setup in each one of them to give the required comfort and peace of mind to these customers.
Thank you, Girish. I'm afraid, media friends, that's all we had time for. Thank you, gentlemen, for being so forthright and frank in your opinions. Much appreciate that. For the media questions that we could not answer today, our team will be in touch to respond offline where possible. I would now request all of us, the offsite locations especially, to disconnect and log off. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been a fantastic audience, and on behalf of Tata Motors, I thank you for joining us today on this memorable occasion. Virtual audiences can possibly disconnect now, and guests in the house, please do visit the Electric Vehicle Support Center and the Tata Motors Data Services kiosks behind you to know more about the fantastic ecosystem that will drive the Ace EV forward. Kindly proceed for lunch thereafter, which is being served outside. My colleagues and I will be here to provide any assistance you may need. Thank you so much.